हेलो गाइस, हेरी रेसल अमोल और आज हम देखने वाले हैं महाबली शेरा के गए ऐसी तगड़ी फाइट जहां पर वो अपनी OVW नेशनल हेवीवेट चैंपियनशिप डिफेंड करेंगे जेसी गॉडर्स के सामने। और आपको तो पता ही होगा, जेसी गॉडर्स ने 500 से भी ज्यादा दिन तक ये चैंपियनशिप अपने पास रखी थी और उसके बाद बड़ी मेहनत से महाबली शेरा ने उन्हें हराकर ये चैंपियनशिप बेल्ट जीत लिया है। तो दोस्तों, क्या लगता है आपको, क्या महाबली शेरा अपनी टाइटल इस बार भी बचा पाएंगे? क्या वो जेसी गॉडर्स के सामने अपनी चैंपियनशिप डिफेंड कर पाएंगे? तो चलिए दोस्तों, देखते हैं इन दो मॉन्स्टर्स की तगड़ी फाइट।
Los Angeles, California, Mr. Spectacular, Jessie Godderz. And his opponent, hailing from India, he is the OVW National Heavyweight Champion, the Indian Lion, Mahabali Shera.
Now, folks, Eric, of course, as always, told you who's fighting, but the whole story not there. I mean, Jessie Godderz, a man who for over 500 days was defined by his National Heavyweight Championship run, defined by being the National Heavyweight Champion despite all other accolades of Spectacular's life. And now, a man lost, a man without purpose. When you look at Shera, Steve, the things Jessie's done, not even all about the title anymore for Shera. After breaking his grandfather's cane for Shera, the Lion, he wants to emaciate his meal tonight before devouring.
Who'd his grandfather ever beat? This is Jessie Godderz, National Heavyweight Champion. He doesn't look right without the belt around his waist. The belt looks weird on anybody other than Mr. Spectacular. In fact, I nearly just called him your National Heavyweight Champion because it's so natural for him to have that championship.
Now, Steve, let's look at the story here. Let's look at the difference going into this. Jessie Godderz coming out here, all he wants to do is win. Focused on that win and nothing else. Again, Shera wants to do damage. It's personal for Shera. Does that spell an advantage for Jessie Godderz? A mind game advantage of Jessie Godderz.
You're absolutely right. Jessie trying to get under the skin, into the head of Mahabali Shera, one of the best at mind games in all of professional wrestling, Mr. Spectacular.
Shera not breaking his poker face. We can't get inside the mind of a lion or a tiger. We don't have the technology, but Jessie trying hard to do so.
Jessie might feel a little trapped here. The Indian Lion looking to back him up into a corner.
And Steve, look at the size of Mahabali Shera. Like Jessie Godderz, he is an Adonis of a man. I'll give him that.
Barely registered that huge strike to the back. Mahabali Shera.
I think you mean strike to the mountain range that is the shoulders of Mahabali Shera. I mean, Steve, that's like a fly flying into a redwood. It doesn't even affect it.
Mahabali Shera has everything scouted from the former National Heavyweight Champion, Jessie Godderz. If he's able to keep his emotions in control, he might very well have it.
But Steve, for Shera, a man driven by emotion, driven by heart, and driving that shoulder through the body of Spectacular.
You see the face of Jessie Godderz looks a little shocked. I don't know how shocked he should be. He's dealt with Mahabali Shera here before.
Do you see Godderz getting the arm up there trying to protect that face? But Steve,
well, of course he's going to protect that face. That face is worth billions, Brian.
But Steve, Shera is a man driven by passion, driven by heart, driven by emotion, but he's got to be smart to not let that get the best of him tonight and allow Godderz to capitalize. But right now, doesn't look like that's an issue. Shera looking confident, looking in control, looking like a dominant OVW National Heavyweight Champion.
Mahabali Shera right now in full advantage, but again, Mr. Spectacular always on the defensive, always knows what's happening, always 3 steps ahead of whoever he's facing.
Godderz, you see, able to get out of the way of Shera, got into that turnbuckle, now Godderz knows. Oh, that left arm is a target. Now, if Godderz can focus on that, work that over, it may take out a big chunk of the arsenal of the Indian Lion.
Brilliant, brilliant work by Mr. Spectacular, Jessie Godderz, the face that runs the place. Go ahead, rip that arm out of its socket and maybe beat him over the head with it.
Steve, he might have to rip it out of the socket because Mahabali Shera is not a man that taps out. Mahabali Shera is not a man that quits. But Jessie is trying to break down that arm, trying to take out a defensive weapon, an offensive weapon, a sense of balance for the Indian Lion and Shera. But Shera just too strong. Shera goes for broke there with that clothesline, but Spectacular ducked under.
Jessie Godderz looked to go for a crossbody, got caught in midair.
Shera holding him like a child and letting him go. Wow.
Fall away slam all the way, almost to the outside of the ring.
Shera letting his fangs out, the lion ready to feast. Oh, but again, emaciating his opponent beforehand. What a suplex in the middle of the ring.
Snap suplex drops the former champ down. Mahabali Shera with the crowd firmly behind him.
You know, Shera slapping that arm, though, Steve, trying to get feeling back into it. Obviously, already having some issues after Godderz pinpointed that arm and used it as a target, as a way to break down the big man.
Maybe looking to do it again. Another suplex for Mr. Spectacular.
Spectacular up. Shera just so powerful, just so strong. That stall suplex.
My goodness, he's had him up there. 10, 11.
Oh my God. Spectacular is a beefy man, Steve, but Shera just too powerful, just unworldly strong.
Over 200 pounds, nearly 240 pounds. Jessie Godderz held up in the air for as long as he was, with all of his blood rushing to his head.
Godderz backing down here, but Shera stalking just like a lion in the wild, backing down his prey, letting him know the end is near.
The champ deserves a timeout. Mahabali Shera should have given him a timeout.
Oh, come on.
There we go.
Godderz got a handful of tights, they went for that throat, and now look at Godderz finding a way back into it, capitalizing off a moment.
Is one weakness, one momentary lapse by Mahabali Shera. That just happened, and now Jessie Godderz on top. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back. The very foundation for
folks, welcome back to OVW Fight Night. Jessie Godderz has continued his frantic, frenzied, crazed attack throughout the break, just doing whatever he can to stop Shera from getting to his feet. And you see again, working that left arm.
Jessie Godderz' very image, the very foundation for all that is Jessie Godderz, starts and ends with that National Heavyweight Championship. So for him to not have that around his waist has nearly broken him mentally. Tonight, he needs to get that back in order.
Hold on, Shera breaking him physically though, Steve. Oh God, he might not be able to get that title back tonight, like you were saying.
Jessie going to do everything in his power to ensure that he leaves with that championship. You gotta wonder, will Mahabali Shera have what it takes to power through it all?
Steve, not only that, will Shannon, the dude, always at ringside, play into this at all? Will Shannon play any dividends? And look at that. Godderz right back on that left arm, Steve. Right back on the attack.
Absolutely right.
Oh, breaking those fingers apart.
The fingers.
Split. Oh, God. Oh, my gosh. That's, when he bends the fingers, Steve, it's vicious and it gets in your head. That's going to hurt.
That is sadism. Not only does it put out the opponent physically, mentally, he's not going to be able to overcome that. Oh, and then back to the hands.
Steve, he's just overloading the pain sensors in Shera's body. He's working that left arm like life depends on it. And for Godderz, it does, because it's for that National Heavyweight Championship, but that is his life. And look at the torque. Look at that torque and that wrench. It's like turning that hand backwards. Shera somehow holding on, trying to fight out. There we go.
Shera has the strength of 10 men, so if anybody's going to be able to get out of it.
Look at Godderz, that Mac technician, got right back into that arm hold right after that pin attempt. I mean, you got to give it up for Godderz. I mean, I want to call it an armbar. It's not fully. There we go. There we go. Reverse top wrist lock now, continuing the attack. Shera now in that hammerlock. Godderz continuing the attack on that left arm and those appendages. Godderz slowing down this match and dictating the pace.
Now, I'm sure that arm has healed 100% since the surgery, but it's not going to take much to get it back to an injured form, especially.
Steve, Shera had the injury on his knee, but it doesn't matter what was injured before. What matters now is that Godderz has pinpointed a weak point, and Shera is trying to work it. But, you saw that left arm. That left arm gave into a DDT from Spectacular.
Mahabali Shera, his shoulders are on the mat. Will this be it? 1, 2.
Godderz didn't get the legs picked up there, didn't get it deep enough. Shera able to get the arm up, and right back on the attack, right back in the arm bar. Godderz right back on that left arm.
He's got the arm bar locked in. He's got the legs across the face. Mahabali Shera is trying to do everything in his power not to tap out here.
Godderz cutting off those airways now, not just attacking that arm, but hold on, Shera turns into a pin, and Godderz again with the arm bar.
Pinning combination nearly had him.
Godderz holding on to that like his life depends on it, and again, Steve, for Godderz, it does because it can turn to the National Heavyweight Championship. Shera again almost gets the pin. Look at the power! Look at the strength of the Indian Lion!
The brute strength of Mahabali Shera deadlifting Jessie Godderz with his injured arm, but you gotta think, what damage further did he do by doing that maneuver on Jessie Godderz?
What might Jessie must be thinking? That's his injured arm, and he just got tossed like a rag doll with it. Jessie's gotta be thinking, what do I have to do? Or he must be thinking, that hurts right now. Wow.
There might not be anything that he can do. Mahabali Shera might be impervious here.
Shera taking out Godderz, and look, Shannon the dude looks concerned at ringside, wrinkling up that forehead, looks like a pack of hot dogs. He knows Godderz in trouble. Shera so strong up on the shoulders.
Able to lift up Mr. Spectacular, shoots him into the ropes.
Ooh, Godderz able to get out of it, but Shera comes in with that shoulder block again, using that left arm, Steve. Every maneuver with that left arm is gonna hurt.
Jessie Godderz on spaghetti legs.
Up top, and shades of OVW alumni John Cena there. Is Shera gonna get it?
That's right, Jessie Godderz maybe got a little bit of an attitude adjustment there. Some people might say that he needed it.
Godderz in trouble right now. Look at the legs limp, just trying to pull himself to the ropes. I don't know if we've ever seen Godderz in trouble like this, maimed like this. Hold on. Shannon the dude, obviously. Oh, there he goes. Into a spear. You're freaking kidding me off the distraction from Shannon.
Pin him, Jessie. Pin him. Now's your chance. No. Shera right back up.
Shera not even down. Godderz with another one. That might keep the champion down, though, Steve.
2 spears. Somehow,
are you kidding me?
How in the hell is Shera getting back to his feet?
How the hell is right, Steve? But Godderz still ready. And a third one with authority. The champ's in trouble here. Godderz rolls him up tight, too. 2.9.
2.9. A little bit of mustard on that last spear sent Mahabali Shera down, who seemingly kicked out purely on instinct. Jessie Godderz beside himself. Thinking, what must I possibly do to pick up the win here?
Shera kicked out after 3 spears, and come on. Shannon the dude
wanted to remind him of how beautiful that championship is.
He's trying to help him freaking cheat. Godderz got caught by Shera. Shera caught that belt, and up and down. Is that enough? Middle of the ring.
Here is your winner, and still OVW National Heavyweight Champion.
तो दोस्तों वीडियो अच्छा लगा तो इस वीडियो को एक लाइक करें और हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग, बाय बाय।